a whole new syllabus next year, a whole new, and you don't want to go through that. You don't want to go through the stress of reading all those novels and reading all those poems. So please give it everything it takes. Hello everyone and welcome back to class. My name is Antelara, as you already know. In today's lesson, we would be continuing our tutorial on CBT practice questions in literature for UTME 2025. If you are yet to watch my previous tutorial on this, do have to check my previous videos to get yourself updated. Okay, let's start. This question is based on Black woman. Carved top tone, talt tom tom. Motrin employs a poetic device called assonance, consonance, onomatopoeia, alliteration. And our answer is alliteration. So, what is alliterating there is the initial consonant, tom tom, talt tom tom, curved tom tom. Okay, so the is alliterating. One rhyme scheme typical of the English sonnet is ABBA, ABBA, CDE, DEE, ABBA, ABBA, CDE, CDE, ABAB, CDED, CDE, DEE, ABAB, CD, CD, EF, GG, ABAB, CD, CD, EF, GG. And our answer is D. ABAB, CD, EF, GG. For you to know English sonnet, also known as Shakespearean sonnet, you should realize that it always ends with a rhyming couplet. So it ends with a couplet. Of course, you know that a couplet is 2 lines here. So it ends with a couplet that rhymes. I'm sure that by now you know what a rhyme scheme is and how to determine a rhyme scheme, yeah? If you don't, let me know in the comment section so I can create a short video on that. I am jealous and passionate, like Jehovah, God of the Jews. J.P. Clark Olokun. A device used in the second line of the excerpt above is simile, paradox, metaphor, hyperbole. And of course, our answer is simile. Like Jehovah, God of the Jew. He has compared himself to Jehovah. And you know that simile is what? Comparison between two unlike things with the use of words as and like. This question is based on Wuthering Heights. Which 3 names does Lockwood find inscribed in the window ledge near his bed at Wuthering Heights? Isabella Linton, Isabella Heathcliff, Isabella Henshaw, Nellie, Joseph, and Zillah, Catherine Henshaw, Indley Henshaw, and Ayrton Henshaw. Catherine Henshaw, Catherine Linton, and Catherine Heathcliff. And our answer is D. Catherine Henshaw, Catherine Linton, and Catherine Heathcliff. You remember that he was taken to that room by Zillah. He didn't know that the room belonged to Catherine, the dead Catherine. And he would never have been allowed into that room if Heathcliff had known about it. So, whilst he was preparing to sleep, he saw this inscription by the window. This question is based on The Lion and Jewel. The following theme is all explored in Soyinka's The Lion and the Jewel, except poverty and fame, traditional and modernity, male dominance, manipulation, and trickery. And our answer is poverty and fame. They weren't poor. They were okay. There wasn't anywhere in the play where they complain about their standard of living. No. And of course, if the fame that was supposed to come for CD did not eventually come for her, as it was thwarted by Baruka. Okay. So that particular theme cannot be what explored. The moment of recognition of truth, when ignorance gives way to knowledge is known as anamnesis, amasia, hubris, anagnoresis. And our answer is D. Watched a movie where the tragic hero or the tragic heroine gets a sudden realization that he has had a wrong sense of judgment. He or she has acted out of a wrong sense of judgment. And I'm going to be citing an example from Othello by William Shakespeare. I don't know how many of you have read Othello. Okay, so there's a tragic heroine, there's a tragic character, tragic hero called Othello. He's the major character, and he's loved by his bravery. He has helped his people to, fight wars, and he had never lost war. He was in love with Desdemona, and he married her. But one of his flaws was the fact that he was overprotective. He was jealous. One of his flaws was jealousy. He couldn't imagine Desdemona with another man, and so it got so bad that one of his close ensign needed to punish Othello for not promoting him, and then he used his weakness against him by lying that Desdemona is having an affair with one of his soldiers. And instead of him to verify, he decided to start, picturing his wife Desdemona with that other character. And before you know it, he couldn't hold himself anymore, and then he promised that he was going to kill his wife before sunrise, which he did. He smothered her to death. And just after he killed her, he knew about the plot. He knew that it was not all of the things that they've said about his wife was all false, and that his wife is very innocent. But it was too late because he had already killed his wife, and so he couldn't withstand the shame, and he also died. Okay, so now that moment where he realized that he has been ignorant all along, that what he thought that was the truth was not the truth. That moment is known as anagnoresis. But of course, that moment is always short-lived, because most of the times that tragic hero must have done something very, very tragic. And so by the time he realizes that, so this is actually the truth, it's most times is always too late. A long story narrating a series of complicated events is called a saga. We already know this. We don't need to dwell much on it. A novel that features spiritual apparitions as major character is Sociology, Epistolary, Historical, Gothic. And a good example is Wuthering Heights. Okay. Any novel that features spiritual apparition is a Gothic novel. This question is based on the journey of the Magi. Running stream as used in the poem is historical allusion, scholastic allusion, bilingual allusion, biblical allusion. And our answer is biblical allusion. Okay? Running stream is from the Bible. We all know that this poem in its entirety is a biblical allusion, right? So running stream is taken from the Bible, saying where Jesus refers to himself as what? As the river. You dumb skull of bonehead, you will face court-martial for this. You look everywhere, you search inside toilet bowl, and this is from Wole Soyinka King Babu. From the tone of the speech above, the speaker is obviously enraged, elated, happy, lackadaisical. And our answer is enraged. From his choice of words, you would know that what is enraged is angry. This question is based on leader and the led. Is leader appetite? Whose appetite is being described here? Lions, zebras, elephants, hyena. And our answer is hyena. This question is based on a government driver on his retirement. Many years on wheels. The reference to wheels exemplifies the use of dash in the poem. Personification, climax, metonymy, synecdoche. And our answer is D, synecdoche. Remember that synecdoche is when you use a part to represent a whole, or when a whole is used to represent a part. So wheels here does not necessarily mean that he's just driving the tires, okay? Wheels here represent an object that uses wheels basically, and that is a car, okay? So they have used a part of the whole of that car to represent the car as a whole. I hope you understand. They have used a part of the whole car to represent. So when you hear wheels, automatically you think of a car, you think of trucks and all, yeah. So because you've read the poem, you should automatically know that the wheels is basically talking about cars. Now you can actually for synecdoche, it can be vice versa. So you use a part to represent a whole, as in wheels, or when you see all hands on deck, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are asking you to cut off your hand and put everything on deck, okay? So they have used the hands to represent the owners of the hands, so meaning that everybody should come, let us work, everybody should get down to work. But instead of saying everybody, they have decided to substitute it with hands. So all hands on deck. I need to make a head count. Does not necessarily mean that they are going to cut off the head and then I'll count the head. Of course, we know that head is the part of the whole body. Yeah, so they've just used a part, that is the head, to represent the whole. And then because synecdoche is vice versa, so you can actually use a whole to represent a part. In the case where you call yourself, I am Nigeria, of course, you know that just one person cannot make a country, yeah? So you talking and calling yourself Nigeria doesn't mean that you are the whole Nigeria, okay? It just means that you have used yourself to represent the whole country, okay? Just a single person to represent a whole country. I hope you understand. This question is based on Look Back in Langa. The play is first performed at the Royal Court Theatre in London on 18th May 1957, 8th May 1958, 8th May 1958, 8th May 1956, and our answer is D, on the 8th of May 1956. That was the first time it was performed at the Royal Court Theatre. This question is based on Look Back in Langa. The play focuses on the love triangle between Jimmy's Cliff and Mandolin, Jimmy, Allison, and Cliff, Jimmy, Helen, and Cliff, Jimmy, Allison, and Helena. And our answer is D, Jimmy, Allison, and Helena. We know the circle. You've read the play, yeah? Okay, so you know the circle between Jimmy and Allison being married, and then Helena being Allison's friend, coming to stay with them for a while, and advising Allison to leave the house, okay, because Allison is being maltreated by Jimmy, and she, Helena, instead of leaving, stays behind, and in the process, she and Jimmy, a friend's husband, started to, have a thing, and okay, so of course, when Allison returns, Helena realizes that she had really messed up, and she left the house. So the play focuses on that triangle, Jimmy, Allison, and Helena. This question is based on the song of the Women of My Land. The poem is set in northern Gambia, northern Sierra Leone, northern Nigeria, northern Ghana, and our answer is B, northern Sierra Leone. So that's the setting. They might ask you, what is inscribed above the entrance of Wuthering Heights? Abandoned all hope, ye will enter here. 1623, Indley, Ensure 1729, Heriton, Ensure 1500. And our answer is Heriton, Ensure 1500. Now, I don't know the rationale behind Heriton, Ensure 1500 being written on Wuthering Heights, because Heriton is like a grandchild. Okay, so, but that is what is written there. This question is based on second-class citizen. Why was Ma forced to drink a bowl of soaked gari? She beat up Pa and injured him. She engaged in a funny drinking contest. She was careless with her daughter. She fought a neighbor in Lagos. And our answer is C. She was careless with her daughter. That was the point where Ada ran from home to school because she wanted to get educated at all costs. Okay, and then they started looking for her. So Ma was punished by asking her to drink gari. Well, trust me. Well, maybe then, Sha, Can't be now. Oh. Gary can be punishment too, especially if there is cold water. Okay, this question is based on the line and jewel. Who among these wives did Baroka inherit from his father, Great Okiki? Jeremy, Sidi, Ailatu, Sadiko, and our answer is Sadiko. Okay, if you can recall in Lion and Jewel, where Sadiko started rejoicing over Baroka's impotence, yeah, how she started to glory in herself that she saw the end of Baroka's father Okiki, and now she has seen the end of Baroka himself. Okay, where she was singing, "Take one in my master, will squash you in the end." This question is based on Lion and Jewel. CD, after the sudden fame of her beauty, she became what? We know that superficial, smart, rude, shy, and of course our answer is rude. Very rude, very very rude. This question is based on Good Moral. The poem was written by John Keats, John Marlowe, John Osborne, John Donne, and our answer is John Donne. So here is where we are going to be drawing the curtain for today's lesson. I don't promise. I don't know if I'll be dropping another lesson before your exam. Just in case I don't get to drop another CBT practice question before your exam, this is me wishing you all success in your exam. And please, I've said it and I'll say it again and again. Don't afford to let literature bring your score down so much that you'll not be able to enter any school of your choice this year, because it's a whole new syllabus next year, a whole new, and you don't want to go through that. You don't want to go through the stress of reading all those novels and reading all those poems. So please give it everything it takes. Go through my channel. You'll see videos for the poems or the books or the plays or the novels that you're yet to read. Please go and familiarize yourself with them. And once again, I wish you success. Just in case I didn't get to drop on that video. Yeah. So if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do well to subscribe. And if you are an existing subscriber, do well to share to your friends and your loved ones. Thank you and see you guys.